Everybody, I'm talking softly because Stuart is meditating. He's in a meditative state. But this is Thursday. It's still opposite Saxes, Thursday, 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't want to bother you.
namaste.
Same to you. I didn't want to bother you. I was trying to talk softly and introduce the show.
I was in a hypnotic trance.
Really? Are
I'm
you getting there?
I'm trying to.
Good.
I'm learning after all of these years to meditate. And thanks to you know who, that's kind of why I started.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It-
I find
number
it
one,
difficult.
well, number one, it's difficult to find the time to
Yeah.
do it. I mean, some people will do it every day, like before you go to bed.
The same time every day.
Yeah, either
Yeah,
first thing
I
in
would
the
like to.
morning or in the middle of the afternoon.
Right.
I think most people say that if you can take a break in the middle of a day, that's the best time to meditate because it helps you kind of recharge for the rest of the
Actually,
day.
they say that's even good for a second time. If you do it early in the morning when you wake up in the quiet, and then you do a midday boost,
I
so
thi-
to speak.
Wouldn't you say though that the operative word is quiet?
Well, the
Being
mornings are quiet.
well,
The phone hasn't started
it can
ringing.
be. For instance, every morning at 6:15, there is a big black pickup truck with enhanced exhaust pipes on it that passes in front of our house. You could almost set your clock by 6:15, he goes by, and he must be taking somebody to school or to work because 20 minutes later, he comes right past the house again. And it's like, if he did not come by at 6:15, my psyche would probably wake up because it's anticipating that
Really?
he's going to come by.
Stay up then, and I don't notice it.
I know, and I'm a fairly sound
Yes,
sleeper,
you are,
especially
very.
early in the morning.
Yeah.
But that truck, so once I get up, they say that if you wake up and you're a little bit frazzled, that might be a good time to start your day with a little bit of meditation.
And it doesn't have to be in the bedroom, It could be in the family room, which is, I sometimes go there. It could be here in the office. This is a nice quiet place away from the street.
Yeah, that's true.
And we have a very nice leather chair you could sit in.
You have a nice patio that,
Well, but then you would hear the traffic and you would hear the honking with the morning traffic.
well, in meditation, you're taught to kind of tune everything out.
Yes, but I think that's easier said than done.
And I had no idea that there are so many different forms of meditation. I mean, because there's a focal point type of meditation. There's another that you put on headsets to block out sound and even to pipe in very soft, eclectic music. You do meditation is it a vocal presentation?
Yes.
And one of the ones that I do also just follows the suggestions of the doctor that I'm listening to, and almost all of them start. I think they all start the same way with breathing.
Yes.
Isn't it? In through the nose, exhale through the mouth.
But were you taught how to do that? How to breathe? So when you're inhaling in, your stomach is going out.
Yes. In
Okay.
fact, there's a series. It's at least 3 deep breaths, and you hold your breath.
You can do that
with her, but you're supposed to concentrate because the first breath is to expand the abdomen.
Correct.
The second one is to expand the chest, and the third one is to expand the mind.
Oh, that's good.
And it's kind of interesting because at first it sounds like kind of a comedic presentation, but once you start to do it, you realize the value that there is in it. And especially in meditation, very often it will say to concentrate on your toes and then the balls of your feet and your heels and your ankles, and you move up your legs. And when you concentrate on those parts of the body and then concentrate on trying to really relax them, it puts you in that kind of hypnotic or meditative state.
I don't like to use the word hypnotic because it's definitely not, to me, hypnotic.
Well,
It's a relaxing state.
it is a relaxing
And
state.
that's how I term it. I guess because it's taken me a long time to get to this place. And I'm doing it. It's just taken me a long time. Let me just say that. And so it's hard to overcome those habits that you've had for so many years. But when you breathe out
through
just,
the mouth.
Yeah. Then do you bring your stomach in? So when you're inhaling through the nose and your stomach,
and you hold the breath. You hold the breath for
yeah,
a
but
matter
your
of a few
stomach is
seconds.
extended out. And then when you are
My stomach is
breathing
always extended out, though.
when you're breathing out,
Oh.
see, I bring my stomach in. So
Oh,
it's
really?
in,
You mean you kind of force the stomach to retract?
correct. That's how I was
Well,
taught.
Well, see, and that's why there's so many different
Mhm.
methods
Ways.
and keys to meditation.
Mhm.
Sometimes even in the afternoon, if we lie down for a nap or so, we put meditation on Alexa and all, and it's just, I think the purpose of soft eclectic type music really is more so to cover up your ability to focus on any other extraneous noises. So if there is traffic outside, or there's a car horn or an airplane flying over the house, by focusing on soft music, be it guitar or piano or electronic type music, it's part of that meditative process.
But you've always said to me when you lay down, either at night or for a nap, your mind sometimes is racing.
Oh yeah.
Thinking. So don't you find it difficult to put a stop to that and get into that relaxing state and think of something else to have a focus?
I'm finding more that mid-afternoon is a better time for me to try to meditate. Sometime in the afternoon, because yes, my mind has been in full gear all morning, and I'm thinking, and I finally get to the point where I say, you just got to give it a break. You know, maybe the Spanish have it right by taking a siesta in the afternoon. They close their businesses for a few hours.
And Italians,
yeah, and they say this is downtime, and how you spend your downtime, whether it's fishing or reading or meditating, whatever, it is a break from your normal routine. In the evening, I find sometimes have difficulty falling asleep because, like you said, your mind is still going and you're thinking about what you did today and what you still have to do tomorrow. And did I call so and so, or did I remember to do this? And you're trying to relax yourself, and sometimes you can't.
Well, you do pretty good, because within 5 minutes, you're gone.
I'm meditating.
Me? No, you're not. Me, I'm like thinking about, oh, what are we doing tomorrow? And I better go do that on the computer. And
or the other thing is, we've just finished watching some news program and we're so upset
well, that's not
over what's going on. Yeah, we shouldn't.
I told you we shouldn't be doing that.
Do you find it easier or better to meditate sitting or lying down?
Normally I would have said lying down, but I'm getting to this point in my life that when I lay down, sometimes I'm tired and sometimes it does make me sleepy. So I do like to sit up. I sit up in a comfortable chair. Sometimes I put my feet up on the stool or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes I won't.
And I'm finding it easier to do it lying down. From the standpoint of when you get to that point in the meditation where you're supposed to be concentrating on the body parts and concentrating on relaxing them in a lying down state.
Mhm.
I can fully relax my legs. I can fully relax the small of my back and my shoulders and my neck because I'm lying down. If I'm sitting, it's sometimes harder to
I get
fully
that.
relax
I get that. And for the ordinary person, I would agree, but you're not ordinary. And I really am
You just
surprised.
determined that?
No, I'm really surprised that you don't fall asleep. Really?
Well, I can.
But that's not meditation. Well, I mean, it's nice that you're that relaxed.
But can't that be part of meditation? To put you in a meditative state?
Well, meditative state is different than falling asleep and taking a nap.
Okay, well, I mean, meditation gets me into a relaxing
That's fabulous.
nap.
Yeah.
And then when I wake up, I'm thinking about how wonderful and relaxing that meditative break, if you will.
So you don't
was.
really meditate because you're ending up fall asleep within
So
3 minutes
so
of laying down.
mine is a means to an end.
Interesting. Yeah.
You know, I mean, so you're saying that
I don't know if you could say you're meditating.
my meditation is not to connect with my mind and my soul.
Well, it is.
And all of that. It's to get me to a snoring state.
It's to make you relax, but I don't think you're supposed to sleep.
But if meditation is to help you relax, then why is falling asleep from it wrong?
I'm not saying it's wrong. You're just not maybe connecting with that meditation. You're not doing what meditation is supposed to do for you. And that is to relax you totally.
But is it sleeping? You know, if I'm relaxed totally.
No, now if I choose a meditation for anxiousness, okay, or anxiety, and I put that on, I guess it's nice to fall asleep, but it's not helping me relate to that anxiety and to curb the anxiety in the future, because I'm not listening to the rest of the meditation that gives me tips on how to relax.
But if
I'm missing all those tips that they're giving me.
If you're meditating and you're anxious and it causes you to fall asleep, didn't you just get over your anxiety?
Yeah, but if you're nervous about something and you're up, or you're not focusing because you're nervous about something,
then you're probably not in a good meditative state.
Yeah, and you haven't learned the tools for how to relieve that anxiety, that anxiousness. That's the thing. But I got to be honest, even though I'm up and I'm not sleeping and I'm learning, it's hard to, at 70 years of age, how to incorporate that in my day-to-day life.
And there's always the telephone that you get into a meditative state and you're just about there and the phone rings. And now, do you go deeper into meditation and tune out that phone? Or are we just so,
let it go?
Let it go.
Let it go.
But and then you feel bad because you did look over at the phone and it says spam risk.
Yeah. Well, okay.
And most of the time it is.
If it wasn't, would you have answered it, or would you have let it go and let him leave a voicemail?
If I didn't know it was spam risk?
Yeah, if it was somebody that you recognize that you had been wanting to talk to,
well,
or whatever.
then I probably would come out of my meditative state and answer the phone.
You should let it go, because that's what you have voicemail.
I know.
For. But
if I can't let go of spam risk, then how can I let go a legitimate call coming in?
Doesn't your instructor tell you that at times you're going to have thoughts come into your mind? I mean,
my instructor first would say, turn off your phones so that you are not interrupted.
I'm not talking about that, but if you're in a meditation and all of a sudden a thought pops into your mind, like,
and sometimes,
oh, it'd be nice to go out for dinner tonight or something like that.
That can creep in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they say that is so natural, and just don't get mad at yourself. Don't berate yourself for it, because it'll happen.
But part of true meditation is to not allow that to come in, to be able to say, I'm not going to think about
Oh, well, good luck.
anything else. Just concentrate on the breathing, on the aura, if you will, because it is mind, it is body, it is soul, it is bringing all of those things together and concentrating on those.
Correct. But what my instructor says is accept it, but let it go and keep on with your meditation. Like some people would get mad at themselves and just give up and stop, or they would start over on a meditation.
Mhm.
Just accept it and say, oh, I'm thinking and I'm not supposed to be thinking. Back on to my meditation.
Yeah, but do you go back to the beginning with the deep breathing and
No,
getting that?
no, you go back to where
into it?
you pick up to where you left off.
And then again, there's a difference between meditating to soft electronic music
Mhm.
and meditating to a voice
Right.
that is guiding you
Mhm.
through your meditation. Probably the voice is allows you to focus better.
For me, it does.
Mhm.
For me, but not everybody's like that. I mean, I could see a point in time where I would want to put on that soft music
Mhm.
and not hear anything or anybody.
Yeah, well, that's true. But meditation, I think, and I mean, we're retired and all, so we do have a little bit of extra time and all to meditate. But I think for younger people, the younger generation who are moving
Mhm.
at a breakneck pace,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
probably even more important for them
Mhm.
to find that moment of meditation.
Mhm.
I always thought that people that commute to and from work, that's a good time, because if
Right,
they're on
yeah.
their way to a job for the next 8 hours, by being on that bus or train or public transportation, not so much in the car, although you can do it in the car too, but you can't get into deep meditation in the
Yeah,
car,
no, you can't.
is to use that time to put on the noise canceling headphones or whatever and get into a meditative state. So when you get off of that transportation and you're heading into work, you feel refreshed
Right.
and ready to go. And the other side of that is when you come out of work and you've had a long, frustrating day, get back in the transportation
And get back.
and meditate. So when you get home, you are refreshed
Right,
at
yeah,
home and
right.
you're not bringing that angst home with you.
But you could even not meditate while you're at a red light. If you're
Oh,
feeling
you medit
aggravated or angry or anxious, try three
Yeah.
or four breathing techniques,
Yeah.
and they're supposed to take it
You
away.
better not try to meditate at a red light,
No.
because you're gonna get
No, not good.
you're gonna get a horn in your
Yeah,
your
no,
trunk.
it's not good. But
Uh,
I applaud you, and I'm so proud of you for doing this.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
I think we'll just go meditate now, and you come back and see us again next week, okay? Namaste.